as the most recent mass shootings in Nashville and Louisville prompt protest and public mourning. The NRA is holding its annual convention. Some Republicans with an eye on 2024 are using the gathering to shore up support with the organization's members, while at the same time responding to calls for stricter gun laws. CBS News chief election and campaign correspondent Robert Costa spoke with some of the presidential hopefuls, NRA members, and protesters at the convention in Indianapolis.
Good morning. The Republican presidential race has taken a brief detour from those early voting states of Iowa and New Hampshire and come here to Indiana for the National Rifle Association's annual gathering. Many Republican contenders yesterday made their pitch to the attendees, but the debate continues to rage nationwide on gun rights.
Is there anybody in the room who doesn't own a gun? Please raise your hand if you have the courage.
Former President Trump rallied the NRA crowd Friday.
But let's be very clear, the issue is not too many guns. The issue is too many thugs, hoodlums, and savage criminals on our street. Instead of getting these dangerous killers into jail, we have radical DAs.
But he wasn't the only one, with other possible 2024 rivals on stage too, including former Vice President Mike Pence.
Big media, big government, even big business have locked arms to advance a pernicious radical left agenda, trampling on free enterprise, the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, and the right to keep and bear arms.
For Pence, a former Indiana governor, it was home turf, and while they avoided making a joint appearance, it was still the first time he and Trump have shared a stage since they left office. Former NRA President David Keene told CBS News that Trump is popular here, but the race is fluid.
Well, before we get to the actual nomination stage, I think the NRA is always up for grabs.
Off stage, some of the other 2024 figures made their way through the halls, greeting activists and talking with reporters.
It's been interesting to hear a lot of the speeches today and the focus that each of the speakers has had. You know, the people in this audience want to hear from people that will continue to fight for them and their Second Amendment rights.
While this gathering is known for having 14 acres of guns and gear, it is also a focal point in the nation's intensifying debate over guns and violence, following recent mass shootings in Louisville and Nashville.
We're doing something wrong in this country. We need to do something about these guns.
Some Indiana teachers this week pleaded with state lawmakers to bolster gun laws.
There's nothing more chilling than talking to your 5-year-old who's in kindergarten and hearing them talk about how they have to hide in a dark bathroom so bad guys don't hear them.
Inside the convention hall, attendees were unswayed.
I don't think it's necessarily a gun problem. It's a mental health problem is what it is.
And the debate over gun rights will shift now to Nashville, Tennessee, where the Republican National Committee is meeting today and having a fundraising event. All as the debate in Tennessee continues over gun rights following the expulsion of 2 black Democratic lawmakers who had been protesting in the wake of the Nashville shooting. For CBS Saturday Morning, Robert Costa, Indianapolis.